I am Dushwant, currently pursuing B Pharmacy in SNS College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. Today I am going to talk about 5-pillar activity about Center for Learning and Teaching. My topic is rivaroxaban versus warfarin in non-valvular atrial fibrillation. So what is non-valvular atrial fibrillation? Atrial fibrillation is a medical term for irregular heart rhythm. There are many possible causes of atrial fibrillation. These include valvular heart disease, in which irregular in valves of the person's heart leads to abnormal rhythm. However, many people with atrial fibrillation do not have valvular heart disease. If you have atrial fibrillation not caused by valvular heart disease, it's often called as non-valvular atrial fibrillation. It is not standard definition of non-valvular atrial fibrillation, yet doctors are still deciding which causes atrial fibrillation should be considered as valvular and which should not be considered as non-valvular. So next comes background. The usage of warfarin reduces the ischemic stroke in patients with atrial fibrillation but requires frequent monitoring and dosage adjustment. Rivaroxaban, an oral factor inhibitor, may provide more consistent and predictable anticoagulation with warfarin. So the method is double-blind trial. We randomly assigned 14,264 patients with non-valvular atrial fibrillation who were at increased risk of stroke to receive either rivaroxaban or dosage adjustment warfarin. The protocol as treated primary analysts were designed to determine whether rivaroxaban or non-inferior to warfarin for the primary endpoint of strokes or systemic embolism. So next comes double-blind artificial intelligence. The challenge of proving causation, the impact of an event or a characteristics of another one is a famous challenge for data scientists. It is easy to get an historical data set, plot data point and find an correlations between two variables. However, correlation does not imply causation. It may be impossible to know which variable is cause of one another, which is one of the consequence. Correlation may be a pure coincidence. The third unknown variables may be cause of both study variables. Now let's see about tablets. First come warfarin. This medication is used to treat blood clots such as indeed vein thrombosis, pulmonary embolism. They prevent new clots from forming in your blood. Preventing harmful blood clots helps to reduce the risk of strokes or heart attacks. Conditions that increase your risk of developing blood clots includes a certain types of irregular heart rhythm, atrial fibrillation, heart valvular replacements, heart attack, and certain surgeries such as hip knee replacement. Warfarin is commonly called as blood thinner but more correctly called as anticoagulant. It helps to keep your blood flow smoothly in your body by decent amount of certain substance clotting protein in your blood. Next comes rivaroxaban. Rivaroxaban is used to prevent blood clots from forming due to certain irregular heartbeats, atrial fibrillation, or after hip or knee replacement surgery. It is also used to prevent blood clots from forming high-risk patients with a limited amount of mobility during their hospital stay and after discharge. In addition, rivaroxaban is used to treat blood clots such as indeed vein thrombosis or pulmonary embolism and to prevent the blood clots from forming again. Rivaroxaban is an anticoagulant that works by blocking certain clotting protein in your body. The result from the test in primary analysis, the primary endpoint occurred in 188 patients in rivaroxaban group, that is 1.7% per year, and 241 in warfarin group, that is 2.2% per year. In intention to treat analysis, the primary endpoint occurred in 269 patients in rivaroxaban group, that is 2.1% per year, and 306 patients in warfarin group, that is 2.4% per year. The major and minor clinical relevant bleeding occurred in 1,475 patients in rivaroxaban group, that is 14.9% per year, and 1,449 in warfarin, that is 14.5% per year, and the significant reduction in intracranial hemorrhage and fatal bleeding in rivaroxaban group. Next comes Rate of bleeding event. All analysis rate of bleeding event are based on first event in the safety population during treatment. Hazard ratio are of rivaroxaban are compared with warfarin groups were calculated with the use of Coxo proportional hazard model with a study group of covariant. Two sides p-value are of superiority in the rivaroxaban group as compared to the warfarin group. The minimal bleeding event are not included in the primarily safety endpoint. Bleeding events are considered to be critical if they are occurred in the following sites. You can refer to the table. Finally, the conclusion. In patients with atrial fibrillation, rivaroxaban was non-inferior to warfarin for prevention of strokes and systemic embolism. There was no significance between the group difference in the risk of major bleeding, although intracranial and fatal bleeding occurs less frequently in rivaroxaban. Thank you.